Hello. How we doing here tonight? Welcome everyone to Happy Gaming Hour. We are here with the one, the only, the bad guy Mike Worley. How we doing?
What's what's up, guys? Good evening. Thank you for having me on tonight. Cheers.
Absolutely. He's already started drinking, guys. He's already started drinking. Just
Yeah.
one sip at a time. That's all we can do. That's all we can
Well,
do.
we just came from friends' houses. We got invited over. Our son has a friend that happens to live about 5 minutes from here, so they invited us over tonight to dye Easter eggs and all that good stuff. So I got a head start. They had the beers offer and they were giving them out pretty good. So I threw probably 5 or 6 back already. So I got a little bit of a head start.
Nice, nice. Now I heard people are actually buying like the plastic eggs now because they're actually less expensive than the real eggs. So more people are going that direction.
Wow. You know what? I didn't even think of that. That's sad that it's come to that, you know?
Yeah, yeah. So you've probably wasted thousands
Oh,
tonight. That's
yeah. I think we dyed 3 dozen eggs between the kids that were there.
that's like
That's some big serious money.
mortgage payment.
I know.
That's a
I didn't
mortgage
even
payment.
think of that. Cannot let those go to waste. They just have to be. They better be turned into deviled eggs on Saturday or on
That's
Sunday.
right. You're like, look at this rainbow deviled eggs. Like, where these come from? Oh, that's from yeah, earlier.
Don't worry about it. Yeah.
Nice, nice. All right. We got people coming into the chat here. Thank you so much. We're going to be talking about a whole lot of subjects here. We've been gone for 3 weeks now, I think. We were supposed to come back last week, but as you guys know, had some water in our basement, so that caused some issues. So we'll talk about that here, though, soon. We're also going to be talking about my stolen identity. Identity has been stolen. Someone has taken this face and plastered it all over the internet. Um, and then to my last arcade one up, we're going to have other arcade news. If you guys haven't heard about the at games price increases, we're going to be talking about those, as well as we also have some third party people out here, GIjoel as well as 3D Arcades Designs. We're going to highlight some of their products because they're coming out some great stuff. I've used them a lot too, especially 3D Arcade Designs. They're just great. I don't know if you have you ever used them before, 3D Arcade Designs.
I have not. No. I'm curious to
Okay,
see
so
what
they're
this is
great
all
for
about.
like if you're wanting to like put cups on your arcade one ups, especially like have cup holders.
Yeah.
Like we'll get into that too. So we have a bunch to talk about, a ton to talk about. But before we do all that, how's your week going?
It's good. I had the day off today. I got a 4 day, the start of a 4 day weekend. I took Monday off too, so I don't get those too often. So I'm. You would think I'd be relaxing and having fun today, but no, it was really nice out. So I was outside doing yard work, trimming hedges and cleaning sticks up and dog poop and
That's
everything that's been neglected over the past 5 months or so. But it's nice to
that's
have some time off.
that's the same way with us all day today. It's like we had the day off too, both of us, and it was like, what are we do? We got our oils changed in both of our cars, and then of course they found something else wrong with the cars, so then we had to get that fixed. And then we had a ton of cardboard because from the move, we moved back in December. It's winter time, so it's like we don't want to, stand out in the freezing cold and like try and get this all this cardboard.
So
Um,
much cardboard.
so much cardboard, filled up the whole back of the van, and we're still not done. We have to go again, but it's like cardboard stinks to move. I mean, it's like it's so awkward.
It
And
is,
then
yeah.
we get in the car and we drive this place. I've never been there before. They're like, "Oh yeah, here's the recycling for the cardboard. Like you have to throw it up in this dumpster. It's like 8 foot off the ground." So, so we're like above our heads, like trying to throw this, and
Chucking
it's like
these
not like
sheets of these broken down boxes.
Yes.
yes, yes. Yeah, so then we came back. We did the same type of stuff though. Got our yard work done. It's been a long day. I'm
Fun to
surprised
be
she's
an
here,
adult,
honestly.
right? Yeah.
Yes. We took the kids to the park too because it was such a nice day. So we took them to the park, let them play outside.
They played out back for a while.
Yeah,
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
because you guys aren't
just
that far from me, so yeah. So you would have got the same weather. It was
yeah,
like almost 80 degrees and sunny. So
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
yeah, yeah. But then we left all the windows open, and it's really hot in here now. Sorry, it's super hot, and I'm like,
You
should
know
have
what?
closed the windows. But
It's funny you say that because we just got home, about 20 minutes ago, and back behind me, there off to the side, there's a sliding glass door, and I didn't realize I left it open. So the basement was actually kind of humid.
yeah,
But I'll take it
yeah,
over the
we,
freezing cold, though.
yep.
I gotta close those windows upstairs when I head up.
Oh yeah,
I
yeah.
forgot.
And I'm going to go ahead and make my rum and coke. Do you usually do half and half? Is that how you do it?
No, I usually do probably like 2 shots, one to two
Two
shots.
shots.
Yep,
Nice. Well, I'm finishing this one off. This is.
that looks like a fair amount right there. No, if I did half and half, oh boy. I like
Yeah.
to slow play it.
Do you usually do like Diet Coke, Coke, Pepsi?
Uh, I don't know. I do all sorts of different things. Usually like Pepsi Zero or Coke Zero, but every once in a while I'll get like Dr. Pepper Cherry Zero. I always do the zero or the diet. I just think it tastes better. I'm not, trying to like watch my figure or anything. I think it tastes better. But like, yeah, Dr.
Yeah.
Pepper Cherry or Pepsi Cherry, it mixes real well with Captain.
I like the Diet Coke or like the Coke Zero just because I think it's almost too sweet if you use regular Coke or Pepsi especially. It's like super sweet, but
If you use, yeah, right. That's kind of how
Yeah.
I am. I honestly think it tastes better. It blends
Yeah.
together better if you're using a diet or zero.
you want some?
No.
It's
Well, I
just
mean,
one.
yes. But,
How much longer do you have to wait?
about 8 weeks.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so it's coming up.
Yeah. Then we'll have another break of YouTube because
Yeah.
we're not going to be filming during that probably. But
I definitely won't.
No.
But
yeah. But we did have. I know people were wanting some updates on the flooding that happened in the basement.
Yeah, it looks like it's put back together.
Yeah, I was literally probably 95% of the way of like having everything completely done, and then that happened. And it was like her friend actually texted her and was like, "Hey, we have some water in our basement. Did you guys get anything?" And then she was like, "I haven't really been down there." So then she went downstairs and she was like, "Sheldon,
he was like, "Get down here!
there's water down here." And I'm like, "Are you kidding me?" So what had happened was basically is our chimney, the cap on the top, the wind was so bad, it was such a bad storm. I don't know if you got the same one or not.
Yeah,
But
we did. I don't think we got it as bad as you did, but yeah, I know what you're talking about.
The cap, the wind took the cap and turned it like just a little bit, and it just started catching water and came right down to the basement. So that's
It
at least
seems
that's
like
all it
such
was.
a freak thing to happen,
Yeah.
Like it may never happen again. I mean, hopefully, knock on wood, it doesn't.
Yeah. So we had professionals come in and they got it all dry down here, and then I had to kind of restart a little bit. But I'm back probably about 90% of the way. So it's all good. It's all good. I kept thinking, actually, what crossed my mind was at least there's not bees in my walls. That's what I kept thinking.
Did I tell you that you talking about my issue
Yes.
last year? Yeah, where I don't know, they estimated somewhere between 10 to 20,000 honeybees that were decided to just take up residence at my house.
Yes.
Oh my gosh.
That's literally what I thought of. I'm like, well, these are not bees in my walls. I could be like Mike.
It was like a nightmare watching that cloud come out of the woods. I'm like, what in God's name? I've never seen anything like this before. And they just clung to the side of my house.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
That's terrifying.
Yeah. $800 later, we were able to get them removed. But
man, see here they say that there's a county beekeeper guy, and like if you call him, they'll just come out and remove it for you because they want to keep the honeybees alive.
Yeah.
Kind of thing. But I don't know. Some places you have to have an exterminator. I don't know.
Well, I called everybody in the phone book but like all the exterminators, Orkin or Terminix or all of them, nobody would touch them because they were honeybees. So yeah, I had to get a honeybee specialist to come out, and they do their thing where they extract them, and recover them because they don't want to. They don't want to just kill them, especially not that many.
Yeah.
But either way, it's either bees, water. None of it's any fun.
Bees and water. That's
right. It's joys of owning a home, right?
Remember we had the bird? No, it was a bat. We had a bat in the old house.
Yeah, and
Did
3
you get-
birds.
Yeah.
And
Oh,
bird.
yeah, we did.
3 birds. We had the rain came.
Not all at once.
All
No.
all at once.
Oh my.
Well,
Yeah.
the bat was separate. The 3 birds
Yeah.
were together.
Oh, I
yeah.
thought with the birds. Yeah.
Yeah.
We had our someone was replacing our roof, and a bad storm came through at our old house, and so it came down, and then
On the arcade.
on the arcade, and then
Cursed.
we came up like the next day, and like there was like 3 birds just in there, and yeah, so it was not good. It was not
How
good.
did you get them
But
out? Like just use a shirt?
They're
or
they're not alive anymore.
they came unalive somehow.
Yeah, I don't know what happened to them. They're just not there anymore.
We did catch the bat though and let it go.
Yeah,
So.
yeah. I caught him with a net. Had a big net, and I caught him, and then I just let
We
him
got
outside.
set because of the birds.
Yeah. All right, so we have a lot of people here in the chat, so let's go ahead and highlight some of them while we're here. We had Jason, Little Alien. He was first up here. Happy Friday to you, my friend. Meatball Saucy, drinking and gaming, my 2 favorite things on a Friday night. You and me both. You and me both. Bad Guy Mike, he's in the chat and on the screen. He's everywhere, man. He's everywhere. Goofy Foot, enjoying the music, it sounds like. Saying spirits for views and super chats, but I will watch for educational purposes. They always want me to eat something weird. Hey, PB&J going with Irish whiskey. That's never a bad thing.
No.
Never a bad thing. Good evening, J Rod. Thank you so much for stopping by. John J. Thanks, guys. Hey guys, thanks for being on stream tonight. You're more than welcome. I know that we were talking beforehand. We're like the only stream on right now in this block, so it's kind of cool to have us on here. We got the 3D, the dark something.
The Dark Canuck.
Some with the Canuck. Okay.
Mhm.
Some of the Burger Time cabinet. Unfortunately, no, we can't right now. But if there's ever a time, I will definitely look you up. What's going on here, Shotgun Sean? How we doing? I think that's everybody in the chat right now. Make sure to hit the let's make sure to hit the like button, hit the subscribe button. We're trying to get up to 1,000. Like everyone else is right now, trying to get to 1,000 subscribers. So please help us out if you can. We greatly appreciate that. But the first subject here is something that I take very seriously. That I thought we need to talk about this, and my identity's been stolen. Have you heard about this?
Fill me in.
Okay, so
That's never a good
RK1UP,
thing, no matter what. Yeah, okay.
RK1UP comes out with this thing here.
This beauty
What
of
do you
a machine.
Yes. So, are you buying this? Is this?
Oh, I mean, I pre-ordered 3 of them already. I don't even know if they're up for pre-order, but I already got my order in.
So, Hello Kitty came out, and everyone's kind of making fun of this thing, because it's Hello Kitty.
I don't see why.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, this will go in any arcade, but someone asked, do you think this is a good move for RK1UP? I mean, what's your opinion on that? Like, do you think this is something that? What's your thoughts behind this? I guess, Mike.
Well, if they're obviously they are not marketing towards us anymore, and if that is what their goal is, then I guess in that sense it is a good move. If they're trying to market towards a totally different audience or demographic, because it seems like that's what they're trying to do with this, because I can't see anybody on earth that was a fan of Mortal Kombat or Pac-Man or played those games growing up and have nostalgia to those type of games. I just can't see them being interested in something like this. The only reason I could see any of us ever getting this machine right here would be for one of our kids.
Yeah, exactly. It's like this has got to be for a little girl's room or something,
Yeah,
or maybe if you have, maybe you have a home arcade like we do, and you have a daughter, and you're like, hey, I'm gonna get this so, they can play down here with me. I said as far as making money, yeah, they'll probably make money off of these hand over fist. Like the other one sold out.
Did it really?
As far as, yeah, I think that one you can't find it on their website anymore, at least.
It's a very recognizable brand,
Yeah.
Obviously,
as
just
far
not
as
not meant for the demographic that they originally set out to sell cabinets to.
Yeah. What do you think, Burger Time Babe? Would you buy?
I mean, I think it's cute.
She's
But-
in. She's in.
I think it's cute, but
It is. You
I
can't.
mean,
Yeah, can't deny that.
Yeah.
I would say for the same reasoning, for kids. But
Yeah, I think that it's a good thing as far as making money, but as far as the look of the company, there's certain things. I mean, companies can make money in a lot of different ways, but you also have an image you kind of want to keep. And I feel like this is like something that's going to hurt that image in one way or
Right.
another. I don't know how. Like it just like so you're not serious anymore about
That's exactly
things.
how I felt. The same
Yeah.
company that's putting out games like X-Men and Terminator 2, and then all of a sudden you drop a Hello Kitty. Like that's totally like out of nowhere.
Yeah.
But maybe
And
that's
then
where they're going now.
and people are Meatball Saucy here says all I can say about this marketing campaign that my wife seriously went crazy. I'll say that over the Hello Kitty claw machine. And I am very photogenic. I appreciate that, but I don't appreciate when my image is used because this came out, and I didn't really care at all. But then this image was sent to me. They have stolen my identity. I'm like, how did I get there, guys?
How did you end up on the picture that comes with the wallet?
Yes. My identity has been stolen, and I do not appreciate this arcade 1-up unless I
That's
get
hilarious.
some type of little something from my
Did
pocket.
you guys brought this up on Arcades Anonymous the other night? Did somebody Photoshop a picture of you in this?
No.
Okay, that's the picture they showed, dude. I swear to God, I thought that was you.
No, that was not me.
I really
is
did.
like, yeah.
I was like, oh, that's funny. They photoshopped Galaga guy onto the.
Yeah, especially whenever it was.
Wow.
Let me see if this will make it. That doesn't really do anything. We'll go back. Yeah, actually, this is actually a little better. Yeah, so it didn't really. It actually, Michael B brought it up first whenever he saw it. He goes, this thing looks like Galaga guy, and I'm like, huh? And it does. It looks exactly like me. And if I even like take off my hat and I go, like it's literally just me, like to a T. Especially when I had my beard longer. But Arcade 1-up, I felt like I knew how I was, and now maybe I fell asleep and I slipwalked to this. I don't know, man. It's crazy.
You look awfully surprised, to say the least, in that photo. Like you were not expecting it.
Yeah, not at all.
That's hilarious, though.
I photoshopped everyone there, but it's clearly Galaga 88. See?
I think it is.
It could be. Actually, when my beard was longer, especially like back whenever I was in Chicago with the guys, my beard was probably just as long as that. And it did look like that. He looks a little younger than I do, though. I'm a little bit more. I don't know. I feel like my hair's a little bit lighter on top, unfortunately. But yeah.
Your hair has gotten lighter.
Yeah. So are you planning on buying the photo booth for the kids, the wife?
I'm gonna have to. I might have to pass on this one. It's as tough as it is to do it. Yeah, I have to save the valuable space in my game room that I have left. Yeah, that one, I'm afraid.
There's so many NES games. You could just make room, amongst them.
I could just rip that whole shelf back there down. That would fit right on the wall, actually.
And you could sell those and make money. So I'm just trying to make you money right now.
Yeah, that's true.
But like I made money with this photo shoot. Like,
I mean, hey, if they put me in the picture, then maybe I will consider buying it. But no, in all seriousness, no.
Yeah, it's not
for.
really
I don't think it's not meant for us.
No, not at all. I didn't think the first one really made sense. I'm like,
me either. I actually forgot about it.
We have these things called cell phones, so we can take as many pictures as
right. If only there was a way to do it all the time that you had access to.
Yeah. So James Hates Everything would like to know how you're doing this evening.
I'm tired.
She is tired. We had a long day.
And I'm sore.
I'm honestly surprised she's here. I told her, you don't really have to come. Me and Mike, we got this. We can handle it. It won't be as good without Burger Time Babe here, but we'll get it going. And she was like, "Nah, I'll
No, I
support you
still
guys.
wanted to
I'll
do it.
support you guys."
I still wanted to do it. I'm sitting. If I was standing, I would be in trouble, but I can sit here, so it's okay.
Okay. Well, if um, if you get tired, you're more than happy to
I'm
go.
just gonna have to get some more water, I think, 'cause it's
Okay.
about out.
So she dips out, guys. Sorry. It's just look at the pic of Gal Guy in the lower left. Same guy. It honestly, if I ever meet this guy, like I really need to.
Yeah, your beard is longer in that picture. It's funny.
Yeah. Hello
I
Kitty.
mean,
Hello
Garage Gamer
Kitty.
might be
Batman
onto
Ghostbusters.
something there. I saw saying
Oh,
Spirit said the same thing about the Ghostbusters.
yeah. If it was
I
Ghostbusters,
mean,
I know a lot of people would be
I would
into
have a
it,
hard
or
time. Yeah, I would have a hard time
someone
saying
said Dragon Ball Z, and I was like, oh, if it's Dragon Ball Z, I might. I
make
don't
me
know.
eat my words.
Yeah. Yeah. But so since those products are products that we're not too particularly fond of, there are products out there that we are fond of, but unfortunately, seems like the prices might be going up for those items. Have you got a chance to look at games and their new pricing when it comes to their at Games Legends Ultimate?
So no, I didn't see the actual prices, but I did hear, as everybody, the rumors and that were circulating that they were going to be increasing, but I didn't see what they were going to be increasing to.
Okay, well, you'll get your first reactions then. Let me share this. All right.
Yeah.
So we're on the website here. Let's go to the Adams Family. Okay, so this is now their new. I don't know. Maybe this will be better for you. I don't know if you can see it better.
Oh
Yeah,
yeah,
it
I
might be
can
better
see
for
it.
you.
Yikes.
Okay, so this is the new pricing, which is pretty darn high compared to what it
Wow.
was.
Yeah.
So for the basic one without the topper, you don't have the SSF kit, $1,600. Now I can't quite remember. So someone in the chat, correct me if I'm wrong, but I thought that was like $12.99 originally. Like that's what I thought I remembered. I could be wrong.
Yeah, like if you
Um,
pre-ordered it because
yeah,
you got like a little bit of a discount. Now, does this say anything about shipping on this too? Please tell me that there's at least.
it's $100 shipping still.
Oh, good God.
Yeah, because if you do the financing, which we'll talk about that here in a minute too, you can save a little bit right now if you go ahead and buy one, but they still are going to charge you the $100 fee.
Wow.
Yeah. So for the premium, the one that premium deluxe, it's $2,350, $2,350. So if you add on the $100 for shipping and taxes, you're paying over $2,500 for one of these.
I mean, what's a real Adams Family pinball machine cost? We got to start looking that up.
Yeah, okay. I think you were right. Premium started was $12.99. So this went up $300.
Wow. Yeah.
Holy moly! And I don't remember how much the premium deluxe was either, but I thought those were like around $1,800. I could be wrong again. James, you probably know better than I do, so correct me if I'm wrong. But I thought that was around 1,800.
And that gets you
He
the
said it
SSF
was
kit pre-installed, right?
Yeah, you get the SSF kit, you get the topper, and then there's also too if you don't want the topper but you still want the SSF kit, you can save yourself. Looks like $250,
Yeah.
which to me that's well worth it. The topper's
That
not
wouldn't do
really.
it for me. No, I would.
Yeah.
I could live without it.
Says it was like $10.99 for a special drop. This so if you did like the pre-order like you were talking about, it was $10.99. James is saying
Okay.
that is like
Retro
that is
Lizard said
nuts.
10K for a real Adams Family. Neither one
Yeah,
of
it's
them
still
at this point.
yeah. This to me is I don't know.
Yeah.
I honestly, if I hadn't got one for what I got it for, I got mine at Chicago at the Pinball
Right.
Expo, and we got a deal on it, and they gave us like a bunch of free packs and also too some free.
Yeah, that's right. You made out pretty well on that.
Yeah. And they gave me the oh, what's it called, Pinball Net, and they're like, oh, you get Pinball Net free for like 2 months, and I'm like, cool. And I still have it, and they've never charged me for it. It's been like,
Shh.
yeah. So I'm like, I'm not gonna say nothing. Yeah. So he's saying, I think the premium deluxe was just under 2K. So looks like $350, and the premium standard was $14.99. Wow, that's $600.
That is
It went up.
a big. That's a big difference.
And then James is confirming. Holy moly, $600?
Yeah.
Okay. That's like stunning, man. And exactly the same thing.
I mean, yeah, that's not you're not talking about chump change anymore. Not
Yeah, it
not that
says
it
here
was
we're shipping
before,
in.
but man,
Yeah,
that's an investment.
yeah. It says U.S. shipping and handling fees are $100. There's some hope though. Let's see. He says here, Saint Spirit says he fully expects them to drop prices as the tariffs go down. Yeah, that's
It would make sense.
that. Yeah, you think they're actually going to do that though? If they're going to get
Well,
people buying them at this,
yeah,
I don't
I think
think so.
it
They're
depends
like,
on what their sales are like. Maybe they'll
yeah.
drop it
I'm
a
like,
little bit.
yeah. Well, that is right. Retro stuff kit is worth it because,
So if you were to
um,
get it, so does yours have it? You have the
yes,
SSK?
eh,
Okay.
yeah. And if it didn't
Have you
have
ever
that, I
played
don't
it?
know.
Have you ever played it without it?
Oh, I had the HD, like the regular one. So
Oh,
I mean,
okay.
I
So
was,
you okay?
yeah. And then whenever I went to Chicago, I was kind of always debating on one of these, and then I was like, I don't know if it's really worth it. And then when I went to Chicago and I felt it, I was like, all right, I gotta have one of these. Like this is this is too cool. And especially games like Battlestar Galactica, like that's the one I usually show people. I'm like, hey, you gotta play it. Just do this one, and it like shakes the whole room. It's
No
it's
kidding.
so awesome with that in there. Um, so it's definitely worth it to me to have the SSF kit. Although it is now, if you go from the premium starter to the or let me see, what's the difference? Premier starter, premium starter. Okay, so it's another $400, no $500 for it for the SSF kit to be put
Yeah.
in there. That's so weird, dude. Okay, well yeah, it's $500 to put it in there. I still think it's worth it though. I
If
don't
it's
think
as
at the
good
top
as you
it's worth
say
it.
it is, I mean, do you get any sort of vibration or any sort of like
Yeah.
knocking or anything without it?
You do with the flippers, like they'll like
Like
I
kind of
know
like
the
the A1 up pinballs, like something. Have you ever played one of those?
yeah, it's kind of like
It's
that. Like
very
it's not
faint,
really
but
like
you can feel it.
yeah. Marine 50 says that he paid $16.99 for premium with SSF kit pre-installed.
See, I mean, that's
He
not bad.
paid $16.99 and now they're
Yeah,
$23.50.
That's
Dang, man, that is nuts.
steep.
Well, guys, sorry. I think that this is I don't know. I don't think people are going to buy them for this. I mean, the thing with ad games for me is that's always been kind of a starter into V pins. Like you had companies that were selling, you know, more expensive ones that were better all the way around, but people are like, I don't want to spend the type of money, and then it's like, oh well, here's an alternative that's kind of like you're stepping into V pins and seeing if you like them. Still not cheap, but like not near as expensive. And I think price increases like this is going to kill that because if I'm sitting there going, I'm going to pay $2,500 for this, I might as well just go all out if you're already up to that point, you know.
Yeah, I mean, that's gonna scare. That'll scare some people away, no
He
doubt.
said, Jason says you have flipper solenoids, but you don't have a subwoofer and sound traveling around the
Okay, so
table.
that's without the SSF kit.
Yeah, yeah. So that's the main difference on them. But I mean, would you pay $2,500 for one of these with all the
Mm,
bells and whistles?
Not a chance. I mean, I didn't buy. Obviously didn't get one whenever it was a lot cheaper. Now I've never played one. I've never seen one in person, so I really can't. If I were to sit there and actually play it and see how cool and experience how cool it really is in person, that may sway me a little bit, but that would be a tough pill to swallow to pay because that yes, I would definitely go for the SSF kit if I bought one. That's the one I would get. I wouldn't. I would do away with the topper. That's not really necessary for me. So yeah, at
Yeah.
that point, I'm already looking at $2,200 shipped. That before taxes.
And
That's a lot.
yeah,
Mhm.
whenever we moved, I took that topper off of the Snoopy, and I haven't put it back on yet because it creates a reflection in the glass. So
Okay.
half of my games, there was like a Snoopy right in the middle of the playfield, and I couldn't see around it. So I haven't even put it back on yet. I will eventually, but like I'm not really hating it's not on there. Yeah. Meatball Saucy says for 2,100 you can get a flat pack cabinet kit, SSF displays, and PC to run it all. So I mean, if you're savvy like that, I mean they're all. I mean, sounds like you can get exactly this. And then Retro Lizard saying you can definitely get like an F14 or something similar for $2,500. So there is other ones out there too.
Yeah.
Um,
Yeah, Saying Spirits nailed it right there.
waiting for Sam's clearance once.
No.
No one buys it. Which one?
The,
Let me see. Let me
most
see.
current comment he just made.
Let's see. Mike and I are too dumb to do heavy loading.
That's it.
There you go. Yeah. And that's what it is too. It's just convenience. That's what a lot of this is. I mean, anyone could, a lot of these arcades, you can technically build them yourself. I mean, some
Right.
people in the community do.
I don't have the
Just like,
time to do something.
oh yeah,
to undertake something like that. So yeah, I'm more like a plug and play type of person. I'd rather like if that SSF kit, if it was another $100 to get it installed or whatever, sure, you take it. Just have it so I can take it out of the box, put it together, and it works.
and
Maybe one day.
This too. Let me share this window because I want to do this comparison so people can see. All right, cool. So there is some good news right now. If you're debating on getting one of these, there is a sale going on, the April sale, which is through the 21st. So you only have a couple days to decide. And they do have the same, the pinballs on here at a cheaper price. Looks like it's just their regular price though.
Okay.
Are close to the regular price. So you have $12.49 for the premium starter. And then this one here with this SFF kit, it's about $17.50. And then it's still higher though. I think that this one's $2,000 for that, but it is cheaper. You're saving $350. So if
See,
you go
this
kind of
already immediately looks better. Like you don't think this is the old like Walmart tactic. Let's like raise our prices up so we can put everything back on sale to its original price, and then everybody jumps on it.
It's like
because now I want to buy one. I'm like, oh, I better buy it now. I didn't even want it 3 minutes ago, but I better get it.
Yeah, so you have till the 21st at to get it. But
4 or 5 more of these drinks, I might be buying it tonight on stream.
$0. What did he say? I haven't tried it yet. Hold on 1 second. There, that's the one I wanted. For $0, you can just watch YouTube and listen to people complain about ad games. That's true. That's true.
There's plenty of that.
Yeah. That's easy to do. Yeah. So I mean, I guess I'm not saying that I'm like hurry up and go get it, anything like that, but I'm just showing you that these are for sale right now, guys. So, and they are going up in price. So you can determine what you want to do with that. If you would like to save a little bit of money, actually, you're still going to be losing a little bit compared to what the prices were before. But if you're like, hey, I don't want to pay $2,500, maybe you can only pay like $2,300 with the shipping. But and then they have this where you can finance it. You put down $600, and they have a monthly plan if you want to do that too, which is is what it is. I don't think I'd ever do that, but
no, if I feel like if I'm doing something like that, I would want to buy it outright, right off the,
Yeah, I wouldn't want that payment hanging over me and having to deal with
not for something like this,
Yeah. Hey, what up, Detroit Love? Welcome. He says, have a good weekend. Sweet. Thank you so much for stopping by.
D-Love.
Yeah. But yeah, so it could be like you said, that tactic where it's like, oh,
that's what James is saying.
Yeah, the bait and switch.
Exactly. I thought you were showing the original page. That is the exact same price. It's bait and switch. Yeah. So this is the sale going on. So yeah, you can definitely save some money. I don't know. Again, this could be a tactic for them to try and get some boost in numbers. I know that from what I've heard, I don't know how true it is. So this is just speculation or things that I've heard, and it may be 100% not true, but I've heard they haven't sold as many units as what they were expecting to sell. So maybe this is something, but I could be totally wrong. Maybe that's totally not that, but that's kind of what I've heard through the grapevine, just around. But you never know. Maybe they're selling more than what I think. But yeah,
we'll
that
see
is
what happens, huh? In a month or two, if the prices go back down or if they level out a little bit. Like I said, like who was it saying? Said something about the tariffs. I mean, who knows?
yeah,
But
and
it's
and
gonna be
hopefully
tough to
for
move
that
them at
price
that
it'll be shipped
price.
in one box, not two. Yeah, that's the other thing. I hate getting them in 2 boxes. It's terrible. Not a sale. Yeah, it's basically their average price. I don't know. Maybe they will. If I'm like, hey, I want to have a certain price for a product, and I want to make people feel like they're getting a deal. I could up the price of it, and then just do a sale to make it feel like they're getting a deal, and it's really not a deal at all.
Walmart became as big as they are.
Exactly. All right. But not everything is going up in pricing right now. Actually, there is some pretty cool stuff going on. Something that we just got. I don't know if you have uh, heard about. I'm sure you've heard about these because everyone's talking about them right now. But let me pull this up. Come on, where's it at? Oh, there it is. Let me pull that up. The Xarcade. Have you seen these at all? Have you?
I have, and they've definitely caught my eye a little bit.
I got one this past week. We had AV on Arcades Anonymous.
Yep.
After she was on there, I was like, you know what? Like these things are just too cool, and so I ended up getting one. And we used the pinball VR on it. That's the first thing too that we decided to play. And Burger Time Babe got to play too. What'd you think of it?
It was pretty cool.
Really?
It was super realistic. I mean, obviously with the VR, but like you really felt like you were
Yeah,
in the room playing.
it's one of those things.
So,
It's like the same thing with like just the VR in general. Do you do VR at all?
I do.
What?
Yeah, I have a Quest 2, and I've played
Yeah.
VR pinball on it before, and was blown away. That was my introduction to the Zen Star Wars tables. So that's why I was like, boy,
Yeah.
if this thing here actually would be really, really cool for that reason.
Yeah. It feels if they would just get haptics on there, man, and like be able to nudge without having to touch
Yeah.
because you have to move that stick. But what was this saying? Can you hear me okay?
Yeah, you like glitched out for like a
Yeah.
second, but now I can hear you.
Sorry, it like just popped up some stuff. But yeah, so you put that on there, and it's like one of those things. If you get a MetaQuest and you're trying to like talk someone else into it, it's like until they experience it themselves and like take that jump, like they just don't get it, you know. And once you see it, it's like, oh wow, like I finally get it. Like this is so cool. And that's the way it was with this thing. I was like, I thought, oh yeah, it's gonna be kind of neat. But as soon as like I actually used it and had that pinball in front of me and I had those buttons on the side, I was like, this is a game changer. Like this makes you feel like you are actually in front of a pinball machine. It is like I was like, man, if they keep coming out with tables, I may end up just getting rid of this at games KP and just play on here, man.
Dang
This
it! I
thing
just
feels
bought one for $2,500. Now I got to sell it already.
so. If you're looking for pinball, that's why I brought this up too. It's a cheaper option, guys. You can buy one of these. I believe that they're $400, and a lot of people out there. So even right now, there's a discount code. I don't know. You can't see it because of our little tag here, but 10% off. You can get another 10% off on it too. And so, it's normally was $500, and I think with shipping and everything, taxes, I paid like $430.
All right.
So, and then your MetaQuest, you can get those for $250, and then the FX is like $10. So, I mean, you're talking maybe $600, and you have a way better experience. Like it's crazy.
So have you played
It says if
anything
you
else on it?
No, I literally just built it like 2 days ago.
Okay. I'm just curious how it works with like does it totally make the hand controllers like obsolete, like you don't need them or what?
What it does is whenever you go in there, because I was kind of like, how is this going to work? Like, do you immediately connect or what? You have the Bluetooth that you put into your side of your MetaQuest. It's a little dongle you put in
Okay.
there, and then it reads it immediately. So as soon as you go up to a table and you say, "Hey, I want to play this," it's like, "Do you want to use the Xarcade or do you want to use your
Oh, all right.
hands?" And you say Xarcade, and then you just put your two, I don't know what you call them, controllers
Yeah.
into the top there, and they just sit there, and then it activates, and you just play on it like
Oh, that's really cool.
nothing. I mean, it's real seamless. I do have my Steam Deck I want to hook up to as well as some other stuff. My brother-in-law, he makes mini PCs and all that, so I'm like, okay, I might be buying one from him. Just throwing a bunch of games on there. So it's pretty awesome. Like I'm very excited for it and all the things to do with it too. So definitely, if you're looking for some pinball that's amazing that you could do at home, and you don't want to spend $2,500, this is a great alternative.
Yeah. Well, like I
Hey,
mean,
Oki, how we
I
doing?
told you I played the that was my introduction to the Star Wars Zen tables. And then I got the A1 up and I played it. And I liked it. It's fun and everything. Then I decided to go back and play it in VR again and was like, wow, that arcade one up table pales in comparison to like having it right there in front of you in VR. So having something like this would almost make that arcade one up pinball pretty much irrelevant.
Yeah, and I know that having the nudge is being that left joystick is kind of like, you think that kind of stinks, but with how your hand is on that, like it's like right next to it, so it's not like you're like having to lift off and like grab something and try and get your hand back. It's like I barely move my hand and I'm able to hit
So
that
are there buttons
nudge.
on the side then of the
Yes,
control
yes, there's
deck?
buttons on the
Okay.
side of it. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Let me see if it'll see if there's see right here. You
Oh,
can
I
see
see
there's
it.
a
Yep.
little. Yeah, so that's what. Well, there's no nudge buttons. That's what people are like. If they come out with another one, maybe you put another button there for nudging, and then maybe some haptics in there too to kind of really bring it
Yeah, that would
out.
be really cool.
Um, I and it works on basically anything, any game system. You just have to buy maybe like a dongle for it, to get it to work. If it's something like a Xbox or something, which they sell those too, but it'll work with anything. Um, yeah, so I'm excited for it. A real a real pin one day. No, no. Hey, what's going on? Way too fast for you. Also, too, I saw some other people. Is it Con L01? Got mine instead of back in Wonderland. So happy with it. Oh, honestly, yeah. If that's your two choices, I would choose because you get a MetaQuest too with it. I mean, come on. If you're gonna choose one or the other, it's cheaper than Wonderland. Not saying Wonderland's terrible or anything, but
This has
and also too
infinite more
a plunger.
replayability in something like this.
Yeah, yeah, way more, way more. A plunger too.
Ah,
That's
that'd
what
be
other people were
cool.
saying. They had
Yeah.
to put a plunger on. Even if it was like an attachment, like somehow you could take like something off the bottom and then like hook a plunger into it. I think that would be cool. Just so you had like that feeling of a plunger instead of just hitting a button. Because right now you just hit a button and it does it.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
was not very good at that.
So for those thinking of at games, they have $6 up front, and then depending on the one you get, yeah, that's that sale that we were talking about, Retro Lizard. It's if you want to hop on it right now, I mean now's the time, I guess. Um, we have only had issues getting it to work with
Mm.
Evercade. Hopefully they work that out. Okay. Um, yeah, I didn't even realize people were trying it with the Evercade. I guess you could. I mean, that makes sense.
Yeah, didn't it say compatible with everything?
Yeah. So
Okay, Raspberry Pi, Steam Deck. Wow.
and then you can adjust it too. So if you want to sit down and play, you can sit down and play, or if you want to raise it up, you can. So I even was able to adjust it to where like I feel like a pinball would be, and then
Yeah, that's
that's
cool.
where
To the height you want it. Or if you're
yeah,
MG and you're in a recliner, you could, adjust it way down low.
yeah, you can just take it right down. And then two, they're working on right now too. I know Stock Jock and Meatball Saucy are really into
Yeah.
it. It is oh Meatball Saucy, you're in the chat. What's the name of it? EMVR, is that what it is? But it's like they're building like their own arcade that you can like go into and like have this and then walk up to any machine and then play, and you have the buttons and sticks right there. Like it's so cool. It's so cool.
Yeah, they were
On your
showing me
MetaQuest 11,
that. Yeah, I was on with the Gamer Fridge, I think, last week or the week
yeah.
before, and I mean, yeah, that thing they're working on, that's a game changer kind of thing.
Yeah, EMUVR, that's what it is.
That's
Forgot
right.
the U. Yeah. If they get that going, man, I tell you, that's this.
We'll all be
I might have to
walking
sell
around with
my
those headsets
arcades.
on.
Yeah, I'll be like, oh, I'm done. I don't
Yep.
need these arcades
Nope.
anymore. I got this. No, no. But yeah, so there's that for everybody who's maybe looking for some, a little bit for, that isn't going to cost you $2,500. And our experience is it's been pretty great. I mean, the ball is glens, it rolls very well. So yeah, I mean, it all feels like it's very solid machine. Some people were, dogging on the stand, which I get some of their points, but I honestly didn't mind it. The only thing I wish that the stand had was shelves, because it's like, okay, if you're putting,
Oh
I
yeah,
was
if you
supposed
have
to
to put
roll
your
away.
yeah.
Yeah. Whoa, what are we getting here? Thank you so much, Jason, for the 5 memberships. The Twin Ship Shooters, thank you so much. Congratulations to everyone. Jason, he's always here, man. It's like he does so much for everybody in the community, like being the modder of everyone. And he, is always vigilant and being on streams to make sure that everyone is, safe and things like that. And then he ones ups it and he's like, "Oh, I'm gonna go ahead and donate too, like to your." I mean, it's just awesome, dude. You're just an awesome guy,
He's
Jason.
super great guy, Jason.
Yeah, you can't get no better than Jason. That's
Nope.
for sure. But before we continue on, we have to play a round of Who's Selling This. Have you heard about Who's Selling This? You ever played before?
I am. I am familiar with this. Yes.
Okay. Okay, so this one you may guess because the item itself is not very uncommon, but the way they
Okay.
decided to advertise said item is very weird. So I was like, this can be part of Who's Selling this week. So if you get it, we're gonna give it a little bit of time. Let everyone kind of ponder over it, give us some guesses, and then we'll ask you, Mike, what you think this may be.
Okay.
So here is the blown up picture. Maybe easy to figure out what this one is, but
I think I
but
have a guess.
but chat, what do you think this is? Who's selling this week? What are they selling, and how are they selling it? That is the question. The question. While we're you know thinking about that, um, how has things been, Burger Time Man? I'm checking up on her. She looks like she's very tired.
No, I'm getting very uncomfortable. Like my
Yeah.
hands and stuff are falling asleep.
Yeah.
and-
You sure you're gonna be able to make it? It's fine?
Yeah. No,
Okay.
I'm kind of getting some swelling a little bit. I'm just uncomfortable. I'll be okay.
Close. Oh, very close. It could be an Xarcade. Could be an X. That's the butterslice I've ever seen.
Those are some chicken legs.
Yes. So, Mike, what do you think
Okay.
is being sold?
All right. It's too obvious. Okay. It's definitely a bike. Maybe doesn't really look like an elliptical or anything like that. It's maybe a tandem bike, and I'm gonna say the guy is definitely 100% naked.
All right, you are correct. It is a bike. It is a bike. And this is how they decided to advertise for said
Oh
bike.
Jesus God! It's like somebody shaved Sasquatch and then Threw him on
Yes.
the bike.
So, and the worst thing is this is sold. Like I went back to look because I take pictures of stuff, and then like I'm like, oh, is this still for sale? No, it's gone. Someone bought
So
this.
I was close. He's not naked. He's got the tighty whities on, but he was definitely going about 150 miles an hour down a hill.
See, whenever he started, he was really hairy. That's what happened. And then
Yeah.
as he progressed down the hill, the hair left.
They just found some like homeless crackhead. They're like, hey, ride this bike down a hill. We need a
Yes.
picture.
Oh wait, Jason's comment. This is a strange way to advertise the new line of New Wave toys. 1/6 scale mongoose. Oh, that's great. That's great. Yikes! Where's Tom Hanks volleyball? That's
Yeah,
right. And
that's a good
this
reference.
this could have been yours. Sorry. But it's sold. I couldn't find it, so it must be gone. But it was $3,400 for this bike. So it must be some type
Wow.
of really expensive, nice
That's the
bike. But
at games pinball of bikes right there.
yeah, can you I just don't know if you can get that smell out. You know what I'm saying? That's all.
Yeah. You know where that
It's
seat's been, so
yeah. It's like that's some that I don't know. Guys writing like he stole your Yoshi. Crocs and underwear. Yep, he's got the Crocs going. Let me go to the bigger picture here. He's got the Crocs on too, man. He's like, we're going full country on this. We're going full country on this. The price includes the rider. See, that's what
the
we're missing
comments
here.
are
That's why I said
fantastic.
it's a progressive K fan, but he's older now.
Saying Spears,
Oh,
is that the new wave toys guy? That's Shiloh, yeah.
yeah. Shiloh's selling his bike. Ah, jeez. Number one stolen bike. Buy it now. Oh, yes.
That's
I love doing this.
fantastic.
Everyone. I don't know how many people. No, no water bottle included. Like, come on,
It's
dude.
tucked into the back of his underwear. You just can't see it.
He's like, let me go get that for you. These segments, I don't know. I think people like them, but if they didn't like them, I don't care. This is hilarious. I love
No,
hearing
they're
people.
great. They're great.
Yeah, it's almost kind of stressful because I'm like always looking like, okay, where's something weird?
I don't think you have to look that hard.
I don't know how you found that, but the fact that a real person listed that's incredible.
And they have a bike. You have so many ways to take pictures of it. You can legitimately like
so many ways.
And you're just like, nah. Like I'm gonna go ahead and do this one where I'm almost naked with Crocs
10
on.
pictures like this is the one right here. This is it.
Like,
List it.
We're not gonna, wait on anything.
Well, Frank, do you think you might want to put some pants on? I don't wear pants any other time.
He's like, hey, get the camera ready. I want to make this look rad. Like,
You know what it reminds me of? You remember Billy Madison? Did you ever see the movie
yes.
Billy Madison? Old
Oh, yeah,
man.
she has
What the hell was the guy's name? Oh my god, I can't think of his name.
I don't remember.
They lit the bag of dog crap on. Ted, don't put it out with your boots, Ted. He comes running out in his underwear.
Yes. Caption the segments are always fun. Yes, they are. Yes, they are. Does the price include the writer's funeral cost because he's likely passed by the time he arrives at pickup?
That was Father Time riding the bike.
Yes. So we do have some Frank equals bad guy.
That is not me.
Moments earlier is fully. Maybe that's what happened. The bike's so fast, his clothes ripped off.
It's just ripped off.
like
Old man Clemens. That's it, Jason.
Old man's Clemens.
Yep, Jason, man, he's always good. You got a question? He's on it. Old man Clemens.
Yeah. That's why I think he's AI. I'm like, Jason, I think you're AI.
He might be.
You just like bam, and you know stuff. Like, no, he's just very knowledgeable, I think. But on to the next news when it comes to the Xarcade. I bought something. Bought my very last arcade 1-up. As the last one, I told her, I'm like, this is it. This is it. Can you guess which one I got?
Well, I'm just guessing you passed on the Hello Kitty claw machine.
Yeah, that's
So,
that
so you
one's.
just bought an A1, your last A1 up.
Yep. Stock Talk.
I'm just gonna
Help.
go maybe totally take a shot in the dark and say Golden Axe or something.
Close. It starts with a
Okay.
G. And
Ah,
golden.
okay. I was real close.
Golden. You're close. You're close. So yes, I got the Golden Tee 3D Midway Legacy cab, and there was a couple reasons why I bought it. I had the regular Golden Tee XL, and but right before we moved, I was selling a Frogger, and this gentleman came into my arcade, and he was like, "What else you got for sale?" And I was like, "Ah, not really anything else, you know." And he was like, "Oh, how much for the Golden Tee?" And I'm like, "That's not really for sale." And he's like, "What's your price?" So I gave him, said $500 he could have it, and he was like, "All right, I'll take it." So he took it, and I was like, "Oh, now I don't have a Golden Tee," and so now I have to get another one. So, um, this one actually, the one I got, Stock Jock was kind enough. Down in Florida, they had some of them still at their Costco's for $200.
No way.
Um, yeah, so he picked one up, and I have always kind of wanted this one. So James is right. You wanted that when it came out, didn't you? Yes. There was a reason why too. Um, but I was kind of waiting for the price to drop, and then once it dropped, it was like gone around here. So I was like, well, that's the end of that. But then Stock Jock came through my knight in shining armor, and he got it for me. Had it shipped up here. Um, and all in all, it's not a bad cab. Like I know it got a lot of grief because of obviously people didn't like that it had this on the side. They're
Yeah.
like, ah, and then some of the games,
Did you
obviously,
have any of the Mortal Kombats? Like did you have any of the Midway games?
I had a Joust at one point in time,
Hmm.
and then that one is also another one that he took. He ended up with like 5 cabs, like not lying. Um,
Yeah, I came downstairs and he was like, "My arcade's gone." I was like, "Why did
Yeah,
you sell him?"
he kept handing me money. I couldn't say no.
That's exactly
I
what he
kept giving
said.
him prices I thought were ridiculous, and he'd
He's
be
like, he'll
like,
never pay
"Yes,
$800
sure."
for this. Yes, I will.
Yeah,
Okay,
and
so
he wanted,
you got all your Midway games back, plus you got the Golden Tee games back. I-
yeah,
I'd say
and
you made out pretty well.
he wanted my Burger Time at that time, the
Mm.
arcade one up one, and I was like, "There's no way I could sell that. Like, Burger Time Babe would kill me if I
Well,
sold that."
right, yeah, for that, yeah,
And
too.
then,
And
and then,
it's a rare sought after cabinet too. You know,
yeah. So I once we got a full size one now, Burger Time. So I
that's
was like,
right.
okay, well I can sell that one, and it's the same dude. Like he messaged me immediately and was like, "I'll come get it." And I'm like, "Right now?" And the dude lived like an hour and a half away. He's like, "Yeah, I'll come get it right now." And I put $800 on it, and because I wanted some wiggle room.
Yeah.
And he didn't even try to haggle. He's just like, "Yep, I'll come. I'll bring you the $800." It's like, okay, I I didn't expect it to sell for that much. But hey, if you're willing to give me the
If
money,
you're
I'll
willing,
I'll
yeah,
take it.
exactly.
Yeah. But on this one though, I will say whenever this came out, they got a lot of hate. I mean, people obviously the sticks being there weren't that great. The main game people complained about, which baffled me, because I've never heard anyone talk about the game till then, and I haven't heard them talk about the game since then, is Tubin. Like people were irate that Tubin can't play well on this. And I'm like, who gives a crap about Tubin?
I mean, I suck at tubing no matter what platform I played it on, or no matter how I played it. So that would be the least of my worries.
I I played it a few times and I'm like, this wasn't a very fun game. And I
No,
know
I
it's not.
suck at it. Yeah, a game that I would never even play. Like, yeah, who?
Yeah,
There's only one person in the world that I know that loves that game, and
yeah. And
other
also
than that,
Paperboy. Paperboy was another one. But unless you get the the actual bike handlebars, I mean, Paperboy is just never the same anyways.
no, it's
Doesn't
not. It's
feel
tough
right.
to play it. It's tough.
But
But
I
I'd
will
say
say the
you made
track.
out pretty good, though.
I hope you didn't pay with. Nope, he didn't. He didn't. Um, with this though too, a lot of people talked about how terrible it wasn't. They couldn't play Paperboy on it. They couldn't play Tubin on it. So it was like the most awfulest arcade one up. I will say the looks of it, like this looks kind of like I don't know, just kind of bad. But honestly, in person, like that blue really pops, and the marquee itself, like really, like it looks nice.
Yeah, it does look a lot better in person.
And then one of the games that I love on this is Tappers. Like I love Tappers.
Oh yeah.
And what I love about this is that it uses both of the joysticks. Like, so you
To
use
play
one to pull
Tapper?
and one to move to
Oh
play Tapper.
really?
Yeah, which is how it is in the arcade. And I was
I
like,
was
as soon
about
as they
ready to
started
ask,
doing,
is that how the original was?
yes, you have two taps, and was Budweiser, and then it went to root
Yeah.
beer, and you would move with one and you would pour with the other.
Oh,
That's
I did
how it
not know
was.
that.
So I was like, "What? Tapper plays amazing on this thing, dude! Like, I like absolutely love Tapper."
So
And
they did the
so,
controls right on that one.
yeah. So they got it wrong with some of them, but they got it really right with
Mm.
others. And again, the trackball is just amazing. Like, it plays so much better than the other one did. I don't know what they did differently, if it's a different trackball altogether, or they somehow set it in there differently, but it plays really well. We did bowling. Um, Tapper has a sequel. I gotta play Tappers. Come on, there's two Tappers on there. There's two Tapper on there, so there's Tappers. But yeah,
I was glad to get Clax back.
yeah, she really likes Klaxon on there too.
It's the 90s.
Yeah.
Did you guys have a Simpsons cabinet ever?
Yes, we
So
did.
how
I
would you
had
compare the trackball? I'm just curious because the Simpsons trackball, at least the one I have, isn't. I don't know. I don't think it responds very well sometimes.
um,
Did
I
you ever
would say
play
this one.
bowling on that?
Oh yeah. I used to play that because it uh it was one of those games that you could get strikes easy on it, and
Yeah.
you had a couple drinks, and it's just like, hey, let's just bowl and win. That's the one where we play it. But
Not want to
this I'd
struggle
say
at
this
all through anything. Yeah.
yeah, exactly. I don't want to have to like do anything.
Hmm.
Like I just want to like roll it and get strikes. Um, but this one, I think it's better. Like honestly, you played the because we usually play bowling on this. Usually the bowling's like the number one game.
I have not used the trackball on this one yet.
Okay, yeah, that was just me. Wasn't
Yeah,
it?
I haven't played anything yet.
I thought it felt better. So we'll get Burger Time Babe to play on it, so that way she can kind
Give
of
a
also give her opinion.
comparison.
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
thought
That.
I thought
The,
even like because you did roll it just to kind of see how it felt, and I felt like it
Mhm.
felt better just in general. Like they did something different to like not make it so. Our old one was kind of like it wasn't quite sitting right. Like it kind of move whenever you did it. Like you would roll, and it would kind of like I don't know, like ka-chink like in the thing, like like you can kind of feel it the ball move when it
Yeah.
wasn't supposed to. This one doesn't do that.
well, nice
But
pickup. $200.
yeah, and then it was like 150 to ship it. So
Well,
he's like,
still.
you can wait till Cleveland, and I'm like, I'm not waiting till September. I'll pay the 150 bucks to get it
Oh
now.
yeah, for sure.
Yeah. So um it definitely I think it's a great purchase. It's something that I wanted the XLs just because I'm getting, more full size arcades. I have the big blue coming, which I'm excited about. Then I have a Joust and a Final Fight and a Galaga and a Burger Time, all full size. So it's like I wanted something bigger, and this just fits my needs. Fits my
There you
needs.
go. You
And then
got
two, I don't have to replace the screen because I had to replace the screen
yes.
in the old one. Yeah, yeah. So he bought it before I replaced the screen, even. So I had the old like the screen was not very good in that one
Was
at
the
all.
guy that bought all these was he like a hardcore super fan, part of the community kind of guy, or he just
No, he said uh I thought the track boxes wasn't too bad, but I'm sure those who played it all the time were like,
I
yeah,
just
true.
noticed when if you get real aggressive with it, sometimes it
Yeah,
doesn't respond very well.
that's the way it
Maybe
was
it's
with
just me.
the XL, the regular Golden Tee. Sometimes you'd spin it and it just wasn't quite like it like wait a second and then all of a sudden it'd kick in. Like
Yes.
I wasn't reading it for a second. Um, but I'm sorry. What was your question before that? I
He doesn't
totally.
get hardcore, like
Oh no,
Oh
no, no.
yeah, the
He
guy. That's
had
right.
a
I couldn't remember either. Yeah, the guy who
yeah.
bought your games.
He had a theater room in his house, and he's like, I just want like a line of arcades like behind the seating. And so he just like he didn't want to look anymore. He saw I had a bunch of them. He's just like, I'll just buy as many as you'll give me, kind of thing. Like,
Oh, so he wasn't
yeah,
really in the ins and the outs of the home
no,
arcade thing.
no, no. He was just like, my kids and grandkids come over, and I want them to like have a movie experience where they can sit down and watch a movie and get up and play arcade games. And he's one of these, so it's don't forget captain's auction 2 p.m. Eastern. Okay, cool, cool, cool. Yep, aces, jacks. Cool, cool, cool. All right, but that's it. And the reason why this is my last one is because
Yeah,
we're getting Hello Kitty now.
yeah. I
like,
don't know how
like,
many more arcade cabinets we will be seeing from this point
yeah, it's
forward.
kind of
And if you don't already own a Pac-Man or a Mortal Kombat by now,
yeah. It's just if they came out with something, it had to be something really, really cool that did like
you're
function
not.
well.
Ugh.
And
Are
it,
you talking like
yeah,
arcade?
yeah,
'Cause
like
I mean, that's just me, but I think that ship may have sailed.
yeah, maybe it's a little bit
The
better.
days of wishing
Yeah,
for House of the Dead or Star Wars, Sega, I don't know if we're going to see that anymore, and it kind of stinks.
yeah. I don't know why this cabinet got flack. It's a nice lineup. And see, that
It
was my
really
problem too.
is.
I listened to a lot of people, and they were, a lot of people were giving this such a hard time. But still, okay, I brought it up. You listen to a lot of the home arcade, these
Yeah.
live streams and stuff. Have you ever heard anyone talk about Tubin ever before or since then? Like,
Never.
like,
Not one time actually.
because
The
no one
tube
plays Tubin.
themed cabinet, it would sell zero copies.
Like,
Because
just
nobody
like,
cares.
come on, guys. Like, it's just such a bad
If
game. I don't know
that
why
is your
everyone cares.
complaint, you are reaching. You're reaching. I'm sorry to say.
Absolutely, absolutely. Well, we do have some other things I wanted to bring up. We have some great news that's like leaking as we're on here because GI Joel, he is doing some great work over on in his shop there. I do have a link um to his website in the description. So make sure you guys check out GI Joel. Great guy. He's part of Arcades Anonymous, as you all know. He makes some great stuff. Inline risers have really taken off for him, and he makes those all the time, and people love them. They're just great. But he's like, I'm going to up my game here, and I'm going to make a riser for your sit down cabs, which I am so excited about because I hate my sit down outrun. Let me change this so it looks a little bit bigger. Loop. So this is his stand on the outrun sit down cab.
Man,
I'm like, I'm all in, man. As soon as
I'm
these go for
buying it.
sale,
I'm buying it. I'm texting him right now
like
because
I'm
I'm the
not
same
even.
way. I bought the sit down Star Wars, which I converted into a stand up as soon as I could. I mean, I get what they were trying to do, and it was cool, but they're not built for adults. I'm sorry.
Yeah,
I'm not even that big
yeah,
of a guy either, and I feel like I'm just hunched over. And I've always wanted
yeah,
to do that to my outrun and figure out a way how I can make it a stand up. And this
yeah,
is this is this is
yeah. And
fantastic.
and then he says on this post here, which I hope it stays here. Yeah, on his post here says a few minor tweaks, but I think it's ready to start orders will be active on the website after the weekend. So Monday, guys.
Wow.
Sounds like Monday, and these are some other pictures he has. This is kind of what it's going to look like. This is him kind of prototyping it, so it may not look exactly like this, but this is kind of what you're going to get. with it. So it has, where your cab will sit right on top of these inline risers, and then also to, um, just look a lot better, man. I like the sit
Yeah.
down one. My kids like the sit down one, but
That's
like,
the thing. I would buy
yeah,
this, but I would not convert it right away because my son
yeah,
loves that thing. I have the buy stuff mod on it and everything, and he just plays the crap out of that. So, and if he sits in it perfectly, a 5-year-old, 6-year-old, it's like totally normal. But once he gets tired
yeah.
of it, I definitely want to convert it to a stand up.
We got a $5 super chat from P Dub's Arcade Loft. He's wishing everyone a happy Easter. Thank you so much for the super
Happy
chat,
Easter, P
P
Dubs.
Dubs. And coming into the chat, so glad that you're here, man. Always glad to see you. P Dubs is just a good guy too. There's so many good people here, including Ace of Jacks Media Grounds, giving us $10, a whole $10. What? What? Sometimes companies come out swinging for the fences and ignites such interest that it creates a new boom. Yes, exactly. And I think that's what Arcade One Up did. Like obviously this whole community is based off of them coming out, but man, it was like it just the brightest flame goes out the quickest, kind of thing.
Well,
And yes, you do see something behind him, but I think that's just a private project.
oh,
Yeah,
that's pretty
that
sick. I
tapper.
didn't even notice that
Yeah,
back there.
yes, that
That is
tapper is
absolutely a bar rail for that.
yes, yes, yes. Um, yes, he has the bar rail for it. If he wants to show it off, I'll let him show it off. But that is a great looking cab. He did a lot of things to that because he wanted a tapper, and
Yeah, look at
yeah,
that. I didn't even notice that sitting back there.
yeah, it is so cool. Um, yeah, I don't want to give take any
Yeah, no,
thunder
no,
away from
no.
him if he wants to talk about it, but yeah, dude, that thing is. I've seen pictures of it because he obviously shares it with us, but it is so sweet looking, man. I wish he would make those. Like, hey, I want to make these. Like, I want to do that. But here's that, and then two, I wanted to show someone on Reddit. I don't know how he knows GIJoel. He has to know him somehow because he got these pictures, and it kind of shows how tall it makes this uh, arcade and transforms it into. Let me go ahead and click here. And let me give credit to
Oh, look
the
at that.
Reddit poster. Tanked 80, it says up here, is who's the one who's posted this. So just so you guys know, this is credit to him. But yeah, that's how tall it is. I mean, it's as tall as
Oh,
your Fast and
oh
Furious
yeah,
cab.
every bit as big as the Ridge Racer
Yeah,
and Fast and Furious.
yeah. So it's right. It makes it right on par with them. So if you're wondering how tall it's going to end up making them, it's right up there. Which the Fast and Furious is, it's a decent height.
Oh yeah.
Um, and then I'm sure too. I don't know. I won't put words in his mouth or anything, but I do know that on a lot of his risers, Joel has extenders, like you can make it taller or shorter. I don't know if he's going to do that with this or not. So if you're someone who's a little bit
Oh, that's
taller or
cool.
shorter, you can ask him about it.
Adjustable.
But with his regular inline risers, you can adjust it to the height if you want it taller or shorter. I don't know if he'll do that with this because this might be a little more complicated
Hmm.
than a regular inline riser. But you can always ask him, see what he says. You never know.
Yeah.
Be like, hey, could you raise it a couple inches for me? Like he
Yeah.
might be
Yeah,
willing to do
sure.
that or able to
Add
do
another
that.
bracket or two. No,
Yeah,
that's
yeah,
super
absolutely.
cool. Yeah, I can see this interests me big time right here.
Yeah. So especially if this one starts selling well, he's going to come out with a Star Wars one because everyone.
Hmm.
I mean, yeah, it was either the stand up or the sit down whenever those first came out, and a lot of people ended up with a sit down because one
That's
reason or
yeah.
another
I mean, that's
they
what
thought it was
that's how you played it usually originally,
yeah
didn't they? They had a like the
yeah
enclosed cockpit version, and then after sitting on it, I'm like, man, this just feels not proportionate for an adult. So all I did was
yeah
just bought a regular stock arcade one up riser and put some decals on it, but something to make it look like official
yeah
like that. I'd be all over, and I would
yeah
love to turn my outrun, my sit down. Then the outrun cabinets alone, they're pretty rare themselves.
yeah, and especially a stand up one, man. Those things I mean, so much money because they were way harder to come by than the sit down ones. So if you find a stand up one, it's like, oh,
Yeah.
I do know. I do know too. He did say something about maybe this is not where the coin door will end up. I don't know if he changed his mind and now that's where it's going to be. I don't know, but I know he said to us that he might end up moving that, but he could keep it there too. I don't think it looks bad at all there.
No, it
Like to
doesn't
me,
interfere with that stripe at all.
yeah. So if he keeps it there, I'm absolutely fine with that.
Yeah.
Um,
It would look good either
yeah.
way.
GI Joel makes me want to buy things I don't have specifically for his taste.
Buy the
You're like,
riser. You'll figure out something to do with it. Make a coffee table out of it.
yeah. So I was like, I gotta show this off. I saw that actually. I just went to Reddit and I went to Arcade One Up just to see what was people were saying. This was just there, and I was like, he never showed us these pictures. I don't know who this is, but like they got, and he shows you too how small. This is how small it was.
Yeah, it's
It's,
tiny
it's
without the
yeah,
by itself.
and then there's the stand up. So it's like, man, that looks so much better, so much better. Yeah.
Yeah,
He's been
he
doing.
is. He is.
He's going full force into
Yep.
it. So excited for that on Monday. I am hoping to get that ordered, and also to let me share it here. I did put it in the description too, but here's GI Joel's site. He has so many things, inline risers, as well as just all types of stuff for your arcade one ups. He does just all types of cool stuff. Boosters, countercade stands, as well as if I still have his Facebook up. Let me see. Let me stop sharing. Have you seen the uh Alpha Evercade Alpha stand he made for that?
No.
He's kind of it's in testing, but check this out. I have the same exact one I have Mega
Oh,
Man.
no way.
Yeah, dude, and it has shelving in it for your games.
Cool.
Look at that.
That coin door, that door in the front of it opens up and you can put your cartridges in. That's
Yeah.
awesome.
How
That's so
flipping
cool.
cool is
That
that,
is so
dude?
cool.
I'm like, I hope that this cut works out
Look at that
and
thing.
he comes out with these.
Yeah.
I'm like, how does he come up with this stuff, man?
I don't know. Dude's just his brain is always working.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
awesome. So this is technically what, like a prototype then? So this isn't
Yeah.
okay.
And this is all on his Facebook page too, so there's no secrets here or anything. If you follow
Mhm.
GIjoel gaming cabinets, you can see the same thing. It's on there. But I thought, man, this is such a good idea because I have carts even right now. It's like stacked up next to my Evercade because it's like I don't know what to do with
What
them.
do you
Like I
do
want
with
to keep
it?
them
Yeah, just stack them up. That's it.
yeah, keep them handy. You know, if I want to swap one of the carts out, it's like, oh, I can keep like 5 or 6 arcade ones just like in here that I usually play on it. It's like such a good idea.
You know, and then somebody
Just
like me, I would just get an empty milk crate and just like set it on there and be like, yeah, look, I got to stand for it. You know, Joel's like, oh, not only will I
yeah,
make the stand, but the door will open and you could put your game cases in it. Yeah,
yeah,
brilliant dude.
yeah. So keep up the good work, GIjoel, for sure, for sure. Now there's one other guy I wanted to bring up, which he doesn't even know. I don't even know if he'll see this, but this is someone I've bought stuff off of for a very long time. Probably since like my first started in on arcade. Yeah, my first Galaga had one of these on here. But it's 3D arcade designs. He's on Etsy, and he makes cups and he makes plunger heads for your at game stuff. And I'm probably going to end up buying this right here because you could have drinks sitting here
Mhm.
next to your. Is it showing up? No, it's not showing, is it? Hold on. It went to another screen here. Let me share the whole
You're
window so
talking
that way it doesn't.
the little Snoopy thing there?
Yeah, no, it was the share the whole window so that way it doesn't just disappear whenever I click on something. There we go.
Oh, for
There
your
it is.
look at that.
Check that out.
You
And it
have? Yeah,
holds
you got to get that.
and it holds two, and you can put. I was like, I'm gonna put one on each side, so you can hold. You know, if you're having a game of golf, you
Sure.
can
Yep.
put that on both sides of it, and it holds big old
Yeah, you mean
thermoses. You
you
get
got to have a
thermoses.
nice adult beverage when you're out golfing.
Oh yeah, and then these are kind of like his. These are ones that he had on his old ones too. They're just like a single can one, but
So
that's still
yeah, that's
cool.
a man. All these people that are
Yeah,
coming up with all these crazy ideas.
yeah, and he does it like even if you contact him and you're like, hey, I have this cabinet. Like, can you do something for me? And he'll make something for you.
So those
But
speaker
he has a lot
grills
of
for arcade one-up Star Wars pinball
yeah. And this one here is for I had these
for the
ones whenever I had a Mars
the
Attack.
Attack from Mars.
Attack from Mars, yeah. And he can do even like where it says words here. So it
Yeah.
really like just puts a little flair to your and they're not expensive, $15. I mean, it's not like it's you're spending 60 or seventy
No, and for
dollars to get
something
these
that
things.
cheap, like it makes far more than a $15 difference. You know what I mean on the look of it.
Yeah. Yeah.
Just a
And
simple little mod like that.
I used to have it whenever my
Oh,
first
those
Blitz,
cool
I had these on
Blitz.
there. And because the thing with Blitz that stinks is, it has that not stinks, but it has that deck
The slanted.
that you can't put any drinks on. So it's like,
Mm-hmm.
okay, you get this, and we're able to put beers on top, or whatever we're drinking. So it made like a whole world of difference having these on there. And again, $25. So it's not like you're breaking the bank. It's not like
No.
he's charging out the
No, I
wazoo for
need to
these.
invest in some of these because I do. This cup here follows me around a lot in my game room, and I have
Yeah,
a table hockey, like kind of like a foosball table, but it's hockey, and that ends up being the de facto set your drink down on this table, and I really don't want
yeah,
to. I paid money for that thing. I don't really. Drinks have been spilled on it and everything. I'm like, I really shouldn't be setting my drinks on this thing. So yeah,
yeah.
this is. I need to invest in some of these things.
Check the hand on the cup is like Fratter's family, dude. That is
Bing.
so cool. That is so cool.
Just little details like that. You
Yeah.
got the Adams Family Cup, but let's just go one step further and have Thing holding it.
Yes.
Yeah,
So it's a little bit more
very
expensive, but
nice.
that's worth it, man. You get
Yep.
that little bit of extra. And pinball too, it's like where do I set my drinks? That's a lot of times it's like, okay, I
Yeah.
can't put it on the table. I'm gonna be
No.
nudging. So having this next to it, and it fits bottles and cans pretty well. But if you go like um the cups, it works okay with cups. As far as the one I had, these might be a little bit bigger than the ones I had. But yeah, he 3D prints them off
Look at that thing
and
go.
again, if you have anything that, if I contacted him right now and said, "Hey, I want a I don't know, Avengers cup because I made an Avengers cab." Like he would be like, "All right, cool. Like, how does this look?" Like he's very like personable and will like try to get you something that looks like what you want. Like he's a great guy, great guy. So definitely, if you want to add a little flair to your arcade one ups or your just arcades in general, check him out because this is just too cool. I actually used to have this when I had the Mars Attack or Attack from Mars. I always say Mars Attack from Mars. I had this cup holder. Dude, that was so cool. People always noticed it. It was like, what?
And they're so
So,
convenient when you're. Like I said,
yes.
if I got my buddies over or whatever, any guests were, we usually have a drink in our hand, and you're always looking for somewhere to put it.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Well, guys, I think we've explored enough tonight. We have explored a ton of stuff, a ton of stuff. Let me stop sharing here. There. But yeah, so are you doing a show tomorrow morning?
Yeah, tomorrow morning at 10 a.m. Eastern. We are. It's a nostalgia power Saturday. We'll be back tomorrow with me, Zod Rider, PD7, and I think Jester Tester was going to have the day off, but I think he might actually he might make it tomorrow. So we're gonna have we should have the full squad, and it's going to be our Easter special. So we're going to be talking about a lot of Easter related things, some TV specials that you probably never even knew existed. Some of the
Ah,
best Easter candies out there, like the little marshmallow peeps, all that good stuff. So that will be tomorrow
yes.
morning.
Don't forget to tip Meatball Saucy. Did we make a decision tonight based off of the alcohol? Did someone get an Xarcade? Meatball
Alcohol is the
Saucy?
devil. Oh no. Yeah.
How many times have you done that where it's like, oh, I don't remember ordering that. Oh yeah, I had a couple drinks.
Yeah, I've done that more times than I would be comfortable admitting.
All right, guys. Well, Late Night Live is up next. I do have it, so it should redirect you immediately over to them. And I'm actually going to be on their show tonight. So stick around and you'll see more of me. Probably not Burger Time Babe because
No,
she's
I'm
pretty
going to
tired.
bed.
But I'll be on there. I'll be on there. But also too tomorrow morning, whenever you wake up and you're eating your bowl of cereal, make sure to check out Nostalgia Power with this
Yes.
guy right here,
Right
the
here.
bad guy,
Yep.
Zod Rider.
Bringing Saturday mornings
PD's
back.
That's right. That's right. It's always a fun show with you guys. I don't sometimes catch it because it's Saturday morning, but I always try to watch the replays
Yeah.
because it
Well,
is
that's
always
why
like,
we made it. We're trying to bring that whole environment and that whole feel back. So I know, it's tough Saturday mornings, but it felt
yeah.
appropriate.
Oh yeah. Whenever I can, like, it's just a perfect show to watch right there. And make sure you guys like, subscribe to us as well as the bad guy Mike, as well
Thank you.
as so you can see that Nostalgia Power, get those notifications, and all that fun jazz. And we will check you guys out next time that we have one of these. Thank you so much for being here, Mike. We really appreciate it.
Thank you guys for having me. It was great.
Yeah.
All right, catch you all next time.
Bye.